He's using kitty litter because it's really good at absorbing oil. Okay, what's up everybody? So, it has been a hot minute, and that is not all my fault. First of all, school has been incredibly busy. Work's been busy too. Weather, like so, has been crappy, so I haven't been able to work on the Volvo that much. As well as dealing with this new stupid coronavirus that's been going around. So, back at it again to work on the Volvo, and immediately pull out the camera, it starts to rain. So I don't know how much we're gonna do. So real quick, oh shoot, it's a junker. Look at him go. Okay, so really quick updates. So the last video did not reach 100 views. It got up to like 60 or something, which is pretty good for one of my videos. But it didn't hit the 100, so the wrench giveaway will be another time. Also, last video I was working on the Volvo. I was working on it and my microphone died, so I didn't do a very good job. So, bark, bark.
Get him.
Hey,
Mallory.
Mallory.
Get him, Mal. Get him, Mal.
Come on.
Get him. Get him. Get him. Go get him. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get him. Get him. Go get him. Come on. Come on. Let's get him. Get him.
Come on. Hey, it's me, David. Come on.
Yep,
There you go. Yeah.
Glad you got me, Mallory. So someone in our yard, I know you're gonna take care of me.
Okay, so what was I saying? I don't remember. Right, last video I was working on the Volvo, and I got the interior all back together. So I got my touchscreen all in, my shifter, my switches to start the Volvo. That's all in crap. As well, I didn't get to show it because of my microphone, but I got the Volvo to crank over. And I'm gonna keep an eye on the weather, see what happens. Because it just cranked over, we have the mission of figuring out why it won't start. I believe a large part of it is my grounds, which I need to take a peek at real quick. So, first and foremost, we have this ground over here, which runs over and attaches to this ground, which I know for a fact that ground is good, so that's probably not it. And somewhere, right? And then somewhere on the wiring harness there's a engine to ground harness.
That's everything down.
So the wiring harness should ground to the engine block. I never touched the wiring harness while I was installing the car, so I think that's okay. My last ground is this guy up here. This is the one I'm not so sure about. So I'm going to probably relocate that one and clean it up a little bit. The other things I can check is I need to make sure my coils are getting power during cranking and my fuel pressure is where it should be. I don't want to say it's fuel pressure because I got this fuel pressure regulator specifically built for LS swaps, unless I've got the hoses in backwards, which I can check. Volvo is up on the ramps. Got a new ground sorted out on this back here. Hopefully that'll help it start. I got a little bit of work I got to do on the underside as well. Like I'm going to start, I have a transmission cooler I can install. I'm going to install that. kind of try and start, gonna run my line, see where I can kind of roughly put it. And then I also need to reinforce the cross member where I put the engine in, so I'll probably do that. Another thing I really should have done, I'll probably do now, is it looks like my headers are starting to rust. I thought they would be better than that, but I guess not, so I'm gonna have to pull those out and paint those with a heat resistant paint. Alright, so that's the first coat. Turned out pretty good. I'm going to give them just a minute to dry and I'll flip them over to the other side. Try not to get any paint inside the actual exhaust. So I've pulled my fuel lines off. They're both bone dry in the inside. I've hooked up this little jump box. It won't be enough to start it, but it should be enough to run my fuel pumps. Let me show you guys how these switches work real quick. So, these are my switches. What you'll do is you come in here, you'll flip this big main switch to run power to the rest of the board. This will start the car, and this will run fuel pumps. Or it should. That one runs the tablet. Must not be enough juice to even run the fuel pumps. Started and the jump box wasn't primed. There we go. That should have been the first clue. Jump box wasn't ready. So, like I said, main power, fuel pumps. There is, you can hear the gas moving, but it's not quite making it, which means a couple of things really. Could be a clogged fuel filter, could be that the intake pump isn't getting power and isn't running like it should. Because I'm pretty sure the secondary pump is getting power, and that's what you can hear running. So probably the next step to be to check out that secondary fuel pump, make sure it's doing what it should be doing. Alright, so here's what's up. The Volvo runs off of 2 fuel pumps. The first one is intake, and the second one is the main one, which sits just outside the tank. I have the wiring wired up, hardwired to this main one in the tank. I'm not quite 100% sure if this main one is running or not. In which case I might have to figure out, maybe just like run a wire to it or something. Okay, so here it is. So I'm hoping that these have power. Secondary fuel pump is working. The fuel pump we need to test and double check now is the one that's inside the actual tank. Fortunately, these 240s come with an in-car access. The only problem is you gotta unbolt your rear seat belts right there and lift the back seat up and off to the second row. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out real quick and catch up with you guys in a second. No wonder this piece of crap isn't starting. Look at this crap. Fuel pump corroded to hell. It's not even plugged in. There's no gas coming from the gas tank whatsoever. That's beyond stupid. I'm a little mad about that now. Good hell. Alright. Let me figure this out real quick then. So, fuel pump removed. See, top end is pretty corroded. That's fairly normal for a car this old. Inside looks okay. Like the finger on the float looks okay. The float on the float itself is stuck. It's gone. I can see it down in the tank, but I just can't quite reach it. Currently the pump is receiving no power. So I'm going to have to figure out how that works, see if I can hardline some power into it, and then we'll go from there. Pump is out and pulled apart. We believe the pump to be bad. Well, we're just going through checking out a bunch of things. Make sure there is power running through that wiring harness, and
Did you hook it up? Sorry.
Yeah, jump box is hooked back up, and I go key on, flip a couple of my switches.
Okay, key on. And there is power to the pump right there. Bam. Okay.
Off?
Yeah, hold on just 1 second. I'm going to have you do it one more time.
Okay.
Put that back in. And test it at the... Okay, go ahead. Power on again. There you go. Okay, lights on. So I plugged the connector back in. I'm testing power at the connection to the fuel pump. And it's got power there. Power me on one more time. I'll hold the light on there to make sure it actually powers, but the pump doesn't run. Okay, you got power there, the pump does nothing. One more time.
Okay. Ready?
Yep. Ooh.
Confirm fuel pump is bad, so we'll pick up one of those, throw it in sometime, and that should help the car start.
Hey man, your brothers are so silly. Are you done with these tools and stuff? You want to drop this? You're gonna drop this back in the tank and seal that up, though, right?
It wasn't sealed before. I probably should though.
It'll just fill your car with fumes.
Yeah. Boy, what is this?
A wood lathe, Jack.
How much you drop on this?
$100 bucks.
$100?
I show up. The guy listed it for $175, and I show up. He's like, "Oh, all right." And we got to talking. He's like, "Oh, you're in high school?" I was like, "Yeah, I wanted a new hobby. Decided I'd give this a try. I've always wanted to try it." He's like, "Shoot, if you're in high school, I'd love to see kids get into this stuff. Drop it to 100. Is that all right?"
Holy crap, man!
That's all right.
I've been looking for a wood lathe forever and somewhere to put it, really, but
So he listed it.
that's
He's
awesome.
a really cool guy. That's what I'm saying. He's like, "You get
Dude, that's awesome. You got your whole set of tools and everything?
Well, we went to Harbor Freight and got those.
Oh, you got Harbor Freight chisels.
But the girl at the cash register was dope too. She scanned her phone and gave us her, like, she's not supposed to do that, but she gave us her discount. We got 20% off. It was originally like,
You normally get 20% off.
well,
Here,
it was like originally like 80
here's the
bucks,
secret,
but then
yeah?
we got for like 60.
here's the secret for everyone going to Harbor Freight. Just Google Harbor Freight codes. Like 99% of the time, you get like 20% off your free flashlight or whatever. So do that whenever you go to Harbor Freight.
So it's good stuff.
Yeah,
It's pretty sweet though.
that's legit, dude. Hey,
All the tools for it.
hey,
Chisels, yeah.
hey! I come over and use your
Okay.
wood lathe every now and again.
Okay.
He just recorded you saying that, so now you have to.
Yeah. Right. So we got that. Oh, camera bag. We just pretty much got put everything back together, and we'll call it a day after that. So it's a pretty good day. We probably figured out why the Volvo wasn't starting. We did a couple little touch-up things here and there. We got the manifolds painted. We got the ground sorted out, wiring all sorted out. And I'm going to say this is a pretty good day. I'm just got to throw those manifolds back in, and we'll see you guys next time.